Well, it's 1 o'clock and we are live stream on YouTube. Good afternoon first to the award winners, get named first, to the parents of the award winners, to the teachers of the award winners. We are really happy to have you here in Annapolis. My name is Scott Hancock. I'm the executive director of the Maryland Municipal League, which is the association of all the cities and towns of Maryland. 157 cities, towns in Maryland, and we represent all of them. We welcome you all, especially winners, to Annapolis today, to this governor's reception room, this beautiful and historic room where the governor signs bills into law, meets with important people from all over the world. This is his reception room, and this beautiful Maryland State House. There is so much history in this building, and I'm a history buff, so you're gonna have to bear with me for a while. There have been so many neat things that have happened in this building, including our first president, George Washington, resigned his commission as Commander-in-Chief of the Continental Army in 1783. No, that's 239 years. Right here in this building, George Washington resigned his commission. Did you know that this building is the oldest state house in continuous legislative use in the entire country? The legislature still meets here for their legislative session every winter for 90 days, just like they did back in the old days. Okay, they still meet here since 1783. Did you also know that this building was the capital of the United States for about a year? A little less, to be very honest with you, but it was back 1783 and 1784. It was actually the capital of the United States. The Continental Congress met downstairs in the old Senate chamber. And when have you been down there? Any of you been down to the old Senate chamber, looked around? You did? It's pretty small, isn't it? You know, you say, how did all these people get it? Well, they didn't have as many people back then in the Continental Congress, okay? But they were all able to get in there and have their meetings back in the day. How many of, I'm just curious, how many of the award winners have actually spent any time in the State House before today? Just you, or you just today? You've been here before? When was the last time you were here? Okay. What, and I'm going to put you on the spot. What was the neatest thing that you saw when you came to this building? What was the most impressive, neatest thing you saw? Was it this room? No. For those of you who are here for the first time, what's the neatest thing you've seen so far? I'm sorry? Oh, okay.
Probably like really high up before I get really high up the State House.
Are you talking about the dome?
Yeah,
That big dome that's all covered up now with construction and stuff,
yeah,
scaffolding and stuff?
Yeah.
I'm so glad you said that because I've got some information about that dome that you probably don't know about. Did you know that that dome is actually a structure inside another structure? So if you stand in the rotunda of the State House, you get done and look up, you will see the inside of the dome. And then because that wasn't constructed real well and it leaked really bad back in the 1700s, they built another dome over top of that. So it's really a dome inside of a dome. Did you know that it was made of wood? Entire dome made of wood. Not one nail, metal nail, went into the construction of that dome. That's cool. All pegs, wooden pegs, held everything together. And some iron that they actually had manufactured to hold it all together. Anybody want to guess how tall that dome is? From the base of the dome to the top? Come on, somebody guess. Yes. More than that? A lot more than that. Oh, you're so close. 121. 121 feet from the base to the top. And at the top of the dome, there is a very interesting, if you look at it from outside, which you can't see now because it's all covered up with scaffolding, but there's an acorn, a very, very beautiful acorn that's purpose is to hold the lightning rod that's on the top of the State House in place. And they created this very beautiful ornate acorn to hold that lightning rod. And the lightning rod was commissioned by Mr. Lightning himself, Benjamin Franklin, believe it or not. So it is, I told you up front that I was a history buff, so I had to talk about this kind of stuff. But there is so much history in this building. Please take the time on another occasion, if you don't have the time today, to visit the Maryland State House. Take a tour. It is just a remarkable place. And as Marylanders, we should be very, very proud of the fact that this is our State House. And I have to tell you that it is just such a pleasure for me. And I think I can speak on behalf of the president-elect, and the president of the Mayor's Association, to actually be back in person for this event. We've been doing it virtually for the last 2 years. It just wasn't the same, not even being able to see people face to face and mailing the awards to the winners. I mean, we're going to be able to actually hand them to you today. And we're just really, really happy to see your smiling faces in person. We're glad to be back together. I also want to thank Governor Hogan, who could not be here today. He is conducting business in the state of California on behalf of the state of Maryland, but he is there. He lent us his reception room for this event, and we really appreciate his kindness. And he asked me to personally send his regrets to all of you that he could not be here today. It's sort of hard to be in two places at one time, particularly opposite sides of the country. All right, so enough of me talking. Let me just sort of introduce this whole essay contest thing to you parents and teachers who are here. This is the 22nd year of the If I Were Mayor essay contest. That means that the first winners of our contest, they're now in their early 30s. They were fourth graders. They are now in their early 30s. We certainly hope that this essay contest has played a part in making every one of our winners over the years and today's winners a little more conscious of the potential impact that you could have and do have on your community. I need to introduce some very key, very important people who make this essay contest possible. And I'm going to start with our friends at the Maryland State Department of Education. Their support of our contest signals to teachers that it's a great civics lesson for their students. We value the amplification that the State Superintendent of Schools, Dr. Mohammed Choudhury, has provided to this very long-running Maryland Municipal League program. It's important to MML that we continue to receive that Department of Education endorsement, stamp of approval, if you will, that is educated, by our estimation, over 43,000 students on municipal government throughout the year, and the role of the mayor in municipal government. We certainly look forward to continuing this partnership with MSDE. Next, without the love, support, and encouragement of these folks, today's winning students, excuse me, would not be sitting here today, and that is the families of our winners. Would all the family members of our winners today please stand and be recognized? Thank you. For your families, right? There you go. Next, I'd like all the teachers who are here today to some of you have been here year after year. 111 schools participating, and we appreciate the fact that the teachers who are stressed beyond belief to teach all kinds of things during the short amount of time that you have allowed these students to complete some of these essays during school time, if you will, squeezing us into your required curriculum. We get it, and we can't thank you enough for doing that for us. And certainly last, but definitely not least in my world, are the many municipal officials, the people that I work for, who are here today to honor these students. And I know a number of the municipal officials were not able to make it today for this event for various and sundry reasons, council meetings, et cetera. But for those of you who are here, all the municipal officials, please stand and be recognized by these parents, teachers, and our award winners. Okay, now I have the pleasure of formally introducing a person who is a very important person in the world of the Maryland Municipal, and that is our Board of Directors president. He is from the city of Salisbury. He's the mayor of the city of Salisbury on the beautiful Eastern Shore, which is also my home, so I'm a little biased. It's my pleasure to introduce Jake Day, Mayor of Salisbury, president of the Maryland Municipal.
Well, I assure you that bias does not extend to the selection of the essay winners, because we have essay winners from all over the state of Maryland. My name is Jake Day. I'm the mayor of Salisbury and the president of the Maryland Municipal League, and I'm proud to be here with you today. Thank you to Scott Hancock and to the incredible staff of the Maryland Municipal League who makes all of this possible. I'm really glad that we were able to have a crowd here today. This is wonderful. We're glad that each of you brought your families. You brought some siblings, and let's hear it for the siblings. We've got some siblings. So on behalf of the Maryland Municipal League Board of Directors, I want to welcome all of you to not only your state house, but to the capital of our beautiful state here in Annapolis. You know, many people from around the state do participate, and you hear from municipal officials, commissioners and council members and aldermen and women, and you hear from mayors and burgesses. Did you know we had burgesses in Maryland? There are burgesses. It's like a mayor. It's like it does the same thing. They just have a fancier title. And they probably dress like that. By the way, all around this room are portraits of governors past, and I was just saying to Mr. Hancock earlier, I think we should bring that look back. What do you think? Yes? You think so? Maybe? All right. Well, we are pleased as the Maryland Municipal League in partnership with the Maryland Mayors Association to offer this contest to Maryland's fourth graders. It offers you and it offers your children and your students an early start into understanding how government works at the ground level. And you understand, I think, from our conversations in your cafeterias or your classrooms or over Zoom, some of them were still over Zoom this year, you understand what it takes to run a city and what it takes to represent people and to lead a community and all of the challenges that come with it. And as leaders of municipalities, mayors and council members and commissioners, et cetera, burgesses, one of the things that I hope that each of us imparted to you is that as leaders, we are responsible for everything that happens and fails to happen. But at the same time, when each of you is thinking about what you're going to do as mayor, what I never want you to do is think, well, I got to do it all by myself, alone, because it takes a team. It takes a big team of people. So no matter what municipality we're from, no matter what part of the state, and even to our governors running the state, it's all about teamwork. You know, each of us is responsible for a piece, and mayors must lead. And they also have to articulate what they're going to do. And that's what you did in this essay contest, right? You got to say it. You got to share it. You can't hide it as a secret. You got to share that vision that you have. This year, we celebrated and we asked you to talk about what you loved about the heart and soul of Maryland. We consider municipalities the soul of Maryland. And the reason why is because if you think about the center of our cities and towns and villages, that very center, that's the gathering. That's the most important spot in the community. It's the place where if something was going wrong, where we'd ask you all to gather, if something was going right, if we had a celebration, hopefully it'd be right in the center. And we would be able to celebrate that soul of Maryland. As mayor of Salisbury, I'm proud to do that in the middle of our downtown. And I guarantee you, my fellow leaders will say the same for their communities. So we asked you also to create a slogan for your community to showcase the special traits or history or culture that makes your community, your town, your city a special one. And I have some favorites that I want to share. One I read was, we're not just a state, we're a community. I'm guessing there's some of you are gonna hear something familiar. One was an amazingly safe and great place to live. Another was, well, you're gonna know where this was from. Berlin, where past meets the present. Small town, many journeys. And this is my favorite. And somebody there's somebody in marketing, who can quickly trademark this. Now's the time. If curiosity could fly, this small town would be an airport. How about that? I got speechwriters and they're not gonna come up with anything like that. Maybe I need different speechwriters, right? For a job. So I don't envy all of the volunteer readers, and that's what we have. We have volunteer readers, municipal officials elected and appointed from around the state who read every single one of the 2,200 essays, over 2,200 essays that we received. And it was wonderful that our submissions are reaching our pre-pandemic levels. So participation is good again. And they had to make tough choices. And those tough choices resulted in 11 winners who are here today, each of you. So to be chosen out of 2,200, I'm not going to do the math, 11 out of 2,200, but that speaks volumes about your talent, your ability to communicate, your vision, and I think the potential future career you have, mom and dad might not be happy with me saying this, in politics. Not a dirty word at the local level. I mean, the dirtiest part is that, you got to make sure people's trash get picked up, right? Make sure fires are put out, make sure water still comes out of the faucet, and the police show up on time, right? But my point is, you're very special, and you have a lot to be proud of, and I think you deserve a round of applause. So I want to say thank you to another group of people without whose diligence we wouldn't be here today, and that is the group of people who make up the Maryland Municipal League's Engagement and Outreach Committee. And the leader of that group, her name is Mayor Emily Keller. She's the mayor of Hagerstown, Maryland, which is one of the larger cities in our state. So Mayor Keller and her whole committee were charged with reading all those essays. They did a wonderful job, and we appreciate their time and dedication as well. Two more thank yous, and those are the people who funded this work, made it possible, without whom we wouldn't be here at all. And first, I want to say a special thank you to Chesapeake Employers Chesapeake Employers Insurance Company. We're so grateful. Thank you to Mario Melfa. We appreciate you. Longtime supporters of the league, longtime supporters of this contest, and we're just incredibly grateful. Thanks for taking the time to be here today, bro. And next, I want to say thank you to the Maryland Mayors Association, of which I'm a proud member. MMA, the Maryland Mayors Association, leads the charge in going to our schools to help educate you, our fourth graders, the future of our state, on the role of the mayor. And each year, 11 mayors serve as finalist judges of the essays. So we are so grateful for Mayor Takesha James and for the entire Maryland Mayors Association for your support. So with that, it is my honor to invite up the Mayor of Bladensburg, Maryland, Takesha James, and the President of the Maryland Mayors Association. Mayor.
Good afternoon.
All right, there we go. I have to take the role of the teacher. First of all, I want to thank the parents who supported our students in their essay writing. In addition to the parents, I want to especially thank the teachers who were there, allowing classroom time for the students to work on their essays and encouraging their submission into this year's contest. But most of all, I want to thank our beautiful and handsome 11 winners seated in front of me and congratulate you along with the remarks that we've heard previously. As the president of the Maryland Mayors Association, this is the biggest event that we sponsor every year. And because of you guys, folks like myself, who are mayors of their cities or towns or burgesses, we love going into the elementary schools, talking about the work that we get to do every day to help our communities, whether it's making sure the trash is picked up, making sure the firefighters have what they need, and our police officers to help, whether it's supporting our schools, having the opportunity to come in and just listen to your ideas and to hear about all the cool things that you would do if you were mayor. This is a highlight. I don't know if you all realize, but this is like one of the best things that we get to do all year. So from that standpoint, I want to thank each and every one of you and your classmates for participating. To have over 2,000 students who are, fourth graders, take the time to submit essays just speaks to how important this program is. And so I do want to acknowledge that we could not do this without the support of the Maryland Municipal League. I mean, they're the superheroes. You know, we fund it, but you guys are the wheels and the cogs and the engines that keep it going. So can we just give them a quick round? I know speeches can get long, they can get boring. So I just want to leave you with a short thought. So the whole idea is, what would you do if you were mayor? And we were celebrating the soul of Maryland. I just want to ask you guys to do me a favor. So don't forget about this contest after today. I want you to really conduct yourselves and encourage your friends to conduct themselves as though they're leaders in the community. And so if you have ideas such as what you wrote about in your essay or other things, reach out to your mayor, talk to them, let them know, or your council members, and help us bring these ideas together because we're here for you. We can't do anything without you and your families. And so you don't have to wait until you're an adult to change the world. You can do it right now. So don't just walk away from today thinking I won this award and I got a plaque and a citation, but we really want you to take these ideas and do your best to try to implement them. And you don't have to do it by yourself. As Mayor Day said, there's a team around you of support. We live in cities or towns or villages where, as myself as an elected official, we want to help you bring your dreams to life, because then you can say in my fourth grade year, I was able to change the world with this really cool idea that I had. And as a result, things are better in my city, my town, or my village. And so with that, I'll move on, but again, just incredibly humbled to be here. You guys are today's VIP, so I'm gonna give you another hand. With that, I'm so proud to be able to turn it over to our president-elect for the MML board, who is Denise Mitchell. She's a council person in the town of College Park, one of our neighboring cities in Prince George's County. If you've heard of the University of Maryland, has anybody heard of the University? That's where our president-elect governs. So with that, Madam President-elect, over to you. I'm a little person.
Good afternoon. This little old me is so excited to be in this room with the real stars. That is each and every one of you. And again, I'm so proud to be here with you today. Again, my name is Denise Mitchell. They don't know, I got a little promotion over the Little City College Park. I'm the mayor pro tem of the City College Park in gorgeous Prince Georgia with Mary James. But again, I'm glad to be here with you today to honor the 11 young lady and men who talk about why they will be mayor. And just a little side note, in City College Park, we always invite the winners to our city council to read their essays. And we are just so impressed about some of the ideas that you bring forward. We sit back and go, now how can we fund that? But it's not strategic plan, so for us, you are amazing. And it's just a pleasure again to be here with you that being said, it is now time to honor today's stars. Each winner will be presented with a plaque from MML and the governor's citation. President Mayor James. When your name is called, please join Mayor Day and Mayor James in the front to accept your award. Parents, an individual photo of each winner will be taken as awards are presented. After the last individual award is presented, we will have 3 group photos taken of the winners, one with the teachers, one with the contest sponsors, and one with the municipal officials. At that time, guests are welcome to take photos as well. So now let's call our stars up. Our first winner is Ms. Leah Jawadi from Worcester Preparatory. Next is Master Owen Hostler from Churchill Elementary. Next is Ms. Mackenzie Fields, Newtown Elementary. Next star is Ms. Lauren Crandall from Lothian Elementary. Winner is Ms. Matilda Conway, Rachel Carson Elementary. Our next winner is Master Andrew Lozano from Twin Ridge Elementary. Winner is Zoe Litton from Beale Elementary. Our next winner is Jace Tanner, Williamsport Elementary. I'm really excited to announce this one. Mr. Eric Argetta Rivas, 8th grade. Next winner is Lillian Mink, the Tone School. Is Nicole Elizabeth Austin, Mount Airy Elementary. Congratulations, everyone. President Day.
Well, your arms are full. And, Now you got something you gotta lug around Annapolis while you sightsee for the rest of the day. But hopefully you recognize what we recognize, which is that you are special, talented, and that you won a contest beating out thousands of others around the state because you can express your ideas well. And that'll take you far in life. It's a really powerful skill. You've proven that you've got it. So I want to say one more congratulations, and I want to give one more giant round of applause for our winners. So now it's time, I believe, for some group photos. Is that right? So Paula Chase Hyman, the Director of Member Engagement for the Maryland Municipal League, is going to guide us through that process. Paula, over to you.
All right, thank you, President Day. So we're going to do, we're going to have the winners come up. I'd like to ask them, most of you have your visitor bag. I'd like you to go ahead and kind of take that off. You don't really want those in the photos. You want it to look all nice and pretty and shady.
You'll be okay.
Yeah. And that's from the mayor's office. He said it's okay, so.
I'm gonna take you out for saying that.
So what we're gonna do is, I'd like for all the winners to join our leadership right here. I'm gonna move the podium over a little bit so that we can get, those photos. Also, I think we may officially end our live stream if Kevin has not already done so. We're gonna move this over. We're gonna have you all come up along with your citation and your plaque, and you just kind of figure out the best way to hold it. It's a handful.